You can go ahead and get started, Rodney. I'm great that you was able to make it here with us. We had Rodney come on once before a couple months ago and give us some great information. The reason why, again, I don't let you guys hear or see anything that's not important. This is important for your organic traffic. Okay. This is the piece that you need in order to start having people reach out to you about your business. Go ahead, Rodney. You can go ahead and take over.
For sure, for sure. I appreciate you having me on and trusting me with your members and everything. And it's amazing. I'm really about to compliment everything that you just said. And let me share my screen real quick. Let me know if you see my screen.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, look, so pretty much with some of you guys, you were on a call, I think 2 months ago, a month and a half ago, when I did the training/presentation. So you're
Yes.
going to see some of the same slides, but I remixed it yesterday a little bit because I really want to get to the meat and potatoes and really get some training done, right? So when I thought about it yesterday, I said, okay, what do I really want to hit on? I went to Amanda's group, and the first thing I saw was approaching traffic in a way that works. Let's complete task and earn together. So the main thing is traffic. So I just want to show you while Amanda was talking, it just a light bulb went off in my head. And I said, well, let me just show you guys how I kind of started. And again, I'm not going to really go into a presentation on my backstory so much on this call. It's more so going to be training. But I went to the Wayback Machine. Some of you probably don't know about this website, but you can see this was January 7th, 2012. And you can see right here from the very beginning, if those of you who were on the call before when I told my story about how I played basketball and, the lockout happened and so on and so forth. And I really kind of transmuted all of that passion into, making it work online. And you can see right here, straight out the gate, lead generation and attraction marketing expert. And this was my little tagline, from leagues to leads. So right away, I knew exactly who I wanted to serve. So I knew who my demographic was and I went after them. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much what Amanda is telling you. And that's exactly what I'm about to go over with you on today's training. So again, some of you who are on the last call, you've seen some of these slides, but I guarantee a lot of this information you have not seen or heard unless you probably paid, a lot of money to get access to it. So let me move this up here. How do I move this out the way? Okay. So my goal for this web class, I want to help the people who want to increase sales on Facebook and grow following of targeted prospects without wasting time marketing to the wrong crowd or prospecting random people who will never send money to you, who will never spend money with you. So let's see. All right. So if you stay to the end of this call, again, I'm giving out a bonus. So I'm giving 250 plus proven posts, and these posts are pretty much generic to work with any niche. It really doesn't matter. And all of these posts have gotten, I believe, 300 or more likes, comments, and shares. And like I said, they work for any niche. So I'm going to give you that. And also I'm going to give you this free cheat sheet. So just as a special gift for those of you who stay to the end of this training. All right, so I'm just going to briefly tell you who I am so you can know why I'm pretty much qualified to, go over these different things with you. So again, my name is Rodney Stokes. I'm a multiple six-figure earner working full-time online since 2013 as a solo ad provider, which is basically a professional email marketer where people rent out my list and I promote things to my subscribers. I've sent tens of millions of emails, and I've also read, tens of thousands of email copy, right? I've studied thousands of funnels. I've won tons of awards, built teams at record speed, and I've helped a ton of people make money online. Okay. Now, here's the thing. This is when the light bulb went off in my head. This is when I really started to get results, is when I realized that all top earners follow the same 3 steps. And those 3 powerful steps were they pinpoint their perfect customer, AKA avatar or demographic. You might have heard those words thrown around. They pinpoint that perfect customer. Like I said, the person I went after, like even on this call, how many people we have on this call? 400 plus people. I'm really speaking to one person. The only person I'm speaking to is the person that's struggling to target the right person. get in front of the right person on a consistent basis, and get results for free. That's really who I'm speaking to. So it might as well be 4 million people on this call, because I'm really only worried about that one person, right? So 2, find out who has a list made up of those customers. Again, as a solo ad provider, as an email marketer, people approached me because they knew I had a list of subscribers who were interested in work from home, make money online related offers. And they paid to get their offers and their service in front of my following, my subscribers, right? Same thing with like Instagram shout outs, same thing with YouTube ads. We know what this channel, the following this channel draws, and I want you to put my ad in front of your audience. It's the same as that concept. Number 3, pay to get their offers in front of those lists, which I just covered. So they may sound simple to some of you, but like I said, when I realized that, it was mind-blowing information. But here's the thing. Most people struggle because they miss one critical step. And that step is market research. And I promise you, if you skip this step, nothing will work. You will fail miserably. I've done it multiple times, and I've seen countless people do it. And I'm going to show you how you can avoid that. So let me open this up. And is this small? Can you guys see this, or should I zoom in a little bit? Let me see if I can open the chat. Amanda, let me know if everything looks good. Let me see if I can zoom in.
It's perfect.
Okay, perfect. All right. So like I said, I'm going to teach you how to target people. I'm going to complement everything that Amanda said, but I don't know every single person's business on this call. But what I'm about to teach you are the principles that's going to apply to any niche, any business. It doesn't matter. And so I'm going to use my business as an example. So when I first created Social Prospector Pro, the first thing I did was sit down and I thought to myself, who do I want to serve and what results do I want to give them? And what I realized was I love the network marketing business opportunity niche. Just people I love to, interact with every day, have conversations with. I have, friends in that space, right? And so I then thought a little deeper, like, okay, so I don't want to target a newbie, a person who really doesn't have money or really doesn't have the belief yet. I want to target people who they're past the learning curve. So they understand autoresponders, they understand lead generation, they understand funnels. So then I had to think a little deeper and say, okay, well, look, I'm going to target people who are in the ClickFunnels niche. I'm going to target people who are in the My Lead System Pro niche. So once I had that avatar, once I had that perfect customer in my mind, I then had to think who was already serving them. And like I said, I just gave 2 examples: ClickFunnels, My Lead System Pro, Conversion Pros. And I'm just going to show you an example. I'm going to go to my Facebook real quick. Okay. Because I'm really going to show you how to shortcut your success. So again, I'm going to use my company as an example, but I want you to apply everything that I'm teaching you right now to yours, right? So you can see right here on the side where it says shortcuts. So I have Mary Smith Social Scoop. So I'm just going to click on that. Okay, so Mary Smith, she's a big name in the industry as far as Facebook marketing, but not only Facebook marketing, but free organic Facebook marketing training. So I know for a fact, everyone inside of her groups are interested in making money using Facebook marketing tactics without paying for ads. So that's 14,000 people, almost 15,000 people that I can instantly tap into. So I'm gonna show you one more example. Actually, let me show you 2 more.
Waiting room. Should have been on time.
My computer's moving a little slow. But some of you may have heard of the Social Ninja. It was also another one called like Simple Social Tools or something like that. So the Social Ninja was a Chrome plugin that did like a fraction of what Social Prospector Pro does, right? But they had a small audience, 700 members. Some of you may have heard of Blake Newbar. Blake Newbar has a course. I can't really remember the name of the course, but he primarily teaches people how to turn their Facebook profile into lead generation machines. right? So that's exactly what I'm trying to teach people. So I know whoever is following him, whoever buys into his training, his courses, his groups, those people should buy or at least be interested in what I have as well. So again, 10,000 members that I can tap into. So let me tell you why that matters. So like I said, who's already serving them? Blake Newbar is serving my crowd. Mary is serving my crowd. Social Ninja is. How are they serving them? Do they have a community, and can I join that community? Now, I touched on this on the last call as well. You know, sometimes you're going to come across Facebook groups that aren't as targeted, and you're going to, you know, kind of think to yourself, well, how can I pinpoint people who actually spend money? And and the truth of the matter is, you might have to actually spend money to join
Oh
them.
my god, I like really can't see right now.
I can hear somebody. You might have to mute somebody's mic, Amanda.
I did, Rodney. I'm sorry about that.
Okay. So look, for example, some of you might be familiar with Eric War. So he has a book called GoPro. It's the network marketing space. People who have this book are pretty serious about network marketing. There's also a book called Network Marketing for Facebook. Same concept. People are trying to learn how to, you know, network market, but this one is more specific. So I would spend more time targeting people who bought this book and joined this group for support than Eric's. And the only reason is both of them have the same audience, but one is already pre-framed. One has the training and the know-how and the understanding to look at Facebook as a lead generation tool. The other one might do, you know, hotel meetings and, you know, all offline stuff, right? So I don't want to waste my time with that crowd. I don't want to do any convincing. I don't want to oversell. I don't want to have to train if I don't need to. I want to go right to the crowd that's already been prepped and prepared. And, you know, these people are ready for me on a silver platter, right? So like I said, can I join those communities? I'm going to join Eric's community. I'm going to join every single influencer that teaches Facebook marketing tactics. I'm going to join their communities. Do they have a business page? If so, I'm going to find their business pages. Do they get a lot of engagement on their post, right? Are they already pre-framed, which is what I just said? Are they invested or just interested? Now, this is a big thing as well, because say, for example, if you were in the health and wellness industry, so, you know, you can go look up on Facebook. Let's see. You can go look up, you know, keto diet recipes, or, you know, you can go look up how to lose weight. You know, you can be very generic and you can see, you know, you're going to find posts that have engagement. So 183 people engaged. So yes, these people have shown interest versus, let me see. And this is just off the cuff. P90X workout program. Let me see if they have any Facebook groups. Okay. Let me see if I can find groups. Okay. Versus someone who joined the P90X group. So not only is this very specific, but also if anybody joins a group about a particular subject, it shows that they're invested. And a lot of these groups, you have to be a customer in order to join them. If you get what I'm saying, it's a big difference between someone who's interested and someone who's invested. So you want to target people who have shown to spend money, because those people they're going to convert way higher than your average prospect. And that's what people make a mistake doing. You know, the average person who gets into internet marketing, and I did it myself. You know, you get excited because you're thinking, okay, I'm going to use leverage. I'm going to use the internet. I'm going to use Facebook. And you start putting these posts out and you really giving it your all, you know, and you might be the best salesperson in the world. But if you're targeting friends, family, cousins, aunts, old teachers, you know, old classmates, it's not going to convert. Then you're going to think to yourself, well, this thing doesn't work. This industry sucks. It's all a scam, you know. But if you take those skills, you can have mediocre skills, right? And like I said, I said this in the last training. I hate to say, you know, stuff sells itself, But you can have mediocre skills, not knowing what you're doing. But if you're in front of the right people, you can't help but make money. And this is what I'm going to show you how to do, right? So let's see. Pre-framed, are they invested versus interested? Also, buyer versus browser is a difference. Does my product or service complement or compete with theirs? So that's a big thing as well. You need to make, the differentiation between that. So as far as Amanda, for example, I'm not competing with Amanda. I'm complementing what Amanda's already teaching. So she's laying the groundwork. She's teaching these fundamental principles about Facebook, lead generation, traffic, so on and so forth. And that's why I'm able to get on this call and complement what she has already been teaching you guys by giving you a tool like Social Prospector Pro. And so you want to make a list of all of your competitors that you find that are serving the people that you want to serve. But then also you want to determine, are you going to compete or are you going to complement? Because a lot can come out of complimenting. As you see, I'm on a call, I'm serving her crowd, it's beneficial for everyone. In the back office of my system, I have other people's products because they complement what my system does, right? So that also increases your reach. And I'm going to put all of this stuff together so you understand in a minute. Let me see, complement or compete. Okay, like I said, you want to make a list of every single competitor that you find, because those are going to be your starting point. So this is crucial. Market research, when I put my company together, I literally took a month to do nothing but market research, because if you get that right, everything else built on top of that is going to work. This is the planning part. The rest is just execution. The rest is just every day you log in and you do a little bit more and a little bit more to build out the plan that you put together. But this is critical. So like I said, you got to make a list of every single competitor that you find. So affiliate marketer, network marketing space, find all of the influencers, find all of the top earners, all of the people in your space, and then see what content they're creating that's relevant to that space, and then target people who are engaging with that content. Because these people have raised their hand saying, I love that post because I'm into that too. And like I said, if you can get very, very specific and find a crowd of people who pulled out their card and bought something, that's even better, because these people, you don't have to oversell. These people already bought in, right? You want to study their hooks and offers. So let me just show you, for example. And Amanda, feel free to chime in because I'm not seeing the questions or anything. Or...
Oh, yes. Yep, I'm here.
Okay. I don't know why my computer's going so slow.
People are saying they having light bulb moments, which I hope so, because those that stay till the end, I have an announcement to make as well, as far as what we're going to be rolling out for January and February. So stay with us, guys.
Perfect. Come on, Facebook. So what I'm going to show you is some of you might be thinking, okay, what is a hook? A hook is basically bait. So the way that I look at marketing is, if I went down to a lake or I went down to a pond and, it's fish on this side, obviously I want to fish on that side. But say I'm putting, Twinkies, or I'm putting, hot dogs and stuff like that, I'm not going to catch a fish with that bait. And that's what a lot of people are doing, which I'll explain in a second. Well, let me just exit out and try to come back. So what Amanda is teaching is to optimize your Facebook profile with the right bait. And I just showed you an example. If I want to target people who need leads, like I said, and I target the network marketing space, one half of the equation is to friend request these people, which I'm going to show you, and, get eyeballs on my profile. The other half is to have something they actually want. So you have to make sure that you put yourself out. I literally took this picture in my room inside of my mother's house. And you can see I had the baby face. I was like 22 years old. I put my rings on, didn't know what I was doing, but I knew the message and the, in the demographic that I wanted to go after. And so when a person lands here, they say, well, I'm interested in leads. And from there, they look into your offer and see if it's, the right fit for them. So let me just show you my profile. Hopefully it's working now. Okay, perfect. All right. So, like I said, I know my crowd now. So I sat down and I said, who do I want to serve? I want to serve people who have some type of knowledge about internet marketing and they know they need leads. But not only do they know they need leads, they already understand the concept of autoresponders, funnels, follow-up, etc. So once I figured out who had that audience and I can tap into that, then I said, okay, what bait do I want to put out there to reel them in? To pull them out of these Facebook groups, to siphon them out of these Facebook posts and bring them to my profile and then siphon them out of that into my world, onto my email list, into my systems, my programs, right? So this is bait that I put out there, which is a hook that catches someone's attention. So free cheat sheet, 4 steps to hacking your Facebook profile for unlimited lead sales and signups. So I know for a fact that these people are interested in this because I know where I found them. I know where I came across them. I found them in these groups that were about Facebook organic marketing, Facebook lead generation. So I already know what they're interested in, right? So my job is to just attract them into my offer now based on what they were already shown interest in. Okay, here's another bait, same thing. So you want to make sure, and I know Amanda teaches this, you want to make sure that you optimize your profile. And I'll go into that a little bit later. Right. So, like I said, you want to study your competitors' hooks as well. See what they're putting out there and see what they're getting bites on. See what posts are getting the most engagement on their profiles, on their pages, because you can say, oh, I like that angle. I never thought of that. So let me play on that a little bit. Let me remix that a little bit because they're showing a proof of concept. So you don't have to go out, and make your mistakes. You can, out of your competitor's profile, maybe they did 100 posts and 30 of them really took off and got a lot of engagement. So you didn't have to do 100 posts. You can just take the 30. You can say, oh, okay, well, let me just start off with this as my basic foundation of things that I know work with this crowd. And I'm going to show you a tool that literally helps you do that within seconds. I'm going to show you that by the end of this call as well. Okay. What bait they're using. Okay. Follow the 3 C's and remember this. And just like Amanda says, you're going to want to watch this replay over and over again, or you're going to want to take notes or whatever. So the 3 C's: compete. This is what I literally started my company on. I haven't spent a single dollar on ads. I wrote a list of my competitors. So I knew my competitors and I knew my product was better out the gate because I studied theirs and I saw, the problems that theirs had and I solved those problems. So I first went to compete. Then I moved over to complement. So again, Amanda, Blake Newbar, a buddy of mine, I can't remember his name, but his system is in my back office as well. So I then looked at the crowds that I can complement, what they were plugged into. And I went after those crowds next. So tier 1 is competitors. Tier 2 is who you complement. And then all while you're doing that, creatives. And creatives are just ads. Basically, they're like little ads. And the way that I do it, whenever I get some positive feedback, whenever someone says, oh my God, I love this tool, or look at the result that I just got. Oh man, I didn't know it did this. I just got this result. I screenshot it. I don't wait for someone to come and give me a testimony. I create that testimony. And so what that did is give me another excuse, another angle, another way to talk about my product and stay in front of that crowd that I'm building on my profile. So, excuse me, I literally screenshot everything and I just go into Photoshop. You can do canva.com. That's a free alternative where you can do, photo editing and stuff. Just Google Photoshop alternative if you don't want to pay for that. But I literally just whip up different testimonies. Or, if someone told me how much they love it, I'll say, well, look, would you mind cutting the video, or would you leave that on my Facebook page? So either I'll ask them or I'll just screenshot it. And, people don't mind. And if you think they do mind, leave their name out. I could erase that and just left this. Right. And so what I'm doing is getting more and more ways to talk about my product in front of the crowd that I know got on my list because I know where I found them. And I know that they're interested in this thing. So that's just keeping me in front of these people, is keeping me relevant. Right. Screenshots. So you want to be obsessed with screenshots. I'm telling you. So like I said, compete, compliment, and creatives. Get used to making creatives, and it doesn't have to be anything special. Like I said, most of these things are just little simple screenshots, but always have a call to action. So you can see, I call this a bumper. I always have this on the bottom. Unlimited leads at the click of a button, newfbtool.com. So they always know exactly what to do, because I'm pretty sure a lot of you have, done a description and you put the link and then people comment, where do I go? Or what's the link? So don't ever assume that someone is going to, that someone has common sense. Pretty much make it easy for them. You get what I'm saying? So now that I just covered that, here's a little side note. If you're generating clicks, before I say that, let me just always make sure you're tracking stuff too. So this domain, it redirects to a tracking link to where I can see numbers. Here's one of my virtual assistants profiles, so I can see how many clicks she's gotten. Let's see. First profile, second profile, and you see, sales that are generated. Here's another virtual assistance profile. So I always track. You always track. It's a quote. I don't know who said it, but I love the quote. Is what gets measured gets improved. You don't know how good or how bad you're doing unless you track. You have to measure everything. What gets measured gets improved. Okay, so the way you can track, the easy way and a free way that you can track is you can use Bitly. That's Bitly. That's a resource that you can use, and they'll show you the numbers, how many clicks and so on and so forth, right? So like I said, a side note, if you're generating clicks but not sales, then make sure the offer is congruent to what the audience has already shown to be interested and invested in. Because if you do that, I promise you, you can be the worst salesperson in the world. You can have no clue what you're doing, but the thing will sell itself. If you match those two up perfectly, the thing will sell itself, right? So look right here, it says wrong fish or wrong bait. You just got to look at, that's it. If you're not doing well, if you're not getting the results that you want, it just comes down to those two things. Either you're giving the wrong bait or you're targeting the wrong fish. When you match those up, you can't help but win. You can't help but to have success with that. So before I go back to the slides, Amanda, I can't see the questions. Anyone has any questions, or, did you guys fully understand what I said so far?
All right, I'll go ahead and see if there's some questions coming in. People are saying, love it, boom, light bulb moments. Yep, numbers are important. Anybody have any questions? Give me a second here. Everyone in meeting.
And while you're looking at those questions, I just want to show one example real quick. So, because I didn't elaborate earlier, hold on, My Lead System Pro. I didn't elaborate earlier when I said that you might have to pay to get inside of a group. So, for example, like I said, I haven't done it as much lately, but I'm a solo ad provider, and I know my primary, my perfect customer are people who understand funnels, blah, 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 what I said earlier.
So somebody said, can you make your screen a little bit bigger? If you could just enlarge the, yeah, thank you.
Yep. Is that good or a little bigger?
Yeah, that looks good.
Okay. I think that's good right there. So, and I know who has my customer. This is one of the people who has my customers, and that's Power Lead System, PLS for short. And Power Lead System is like an all-in-one, funnel builder tool, and they have training and all of that stuff, right? So I already know the intention of every single person inside of this group. I already know the mindset and the training that Power Lead System already did. They already trained these people to understand traffic and funnels. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to go sign up for Power Lead System. I think at the time I signed up, not on this account. So, you're not going to see I'm inside of the group on this account. But when I joined, it was like a free $1 trial or something. So I spent $1 and then came right to the group and said, hey, here's my username. I'm a member. Let me in. Once you let me in, you just gave me access to 47,000 people who can potentially, buy what I have to offer. You get what I'm saying? So you may have to spend a couple of dollars, or like my Lead System Pro, I spent $50 and they let me in the system and they had like 20,000. So you'll never run out of traffic. So that's the thing. People don't really understand traffic. So, they think that the whole traffic game doesn't work, or people are lying and it doesn't work as well as they're saying. You don't need big numbers if you're getting targeted. You don't need to spend money on ads if you're getting targeted with organic traffic. So if I know for a fact, if I sell dog food for a living and I think, who are my perfect customers? Oh, let me go on Facebook and let me look for dog lovers.
So
okay, here's a group.
Really quick, Rodney, a couple of questions.
Sure.
Someone said, are you requesting these people to become your friend? So,
right. I'm going to go into that.
Okay. And then someone else said, oh gosh. All right, you guys are going a little too fast. All right, everybody okay, the link to Prospector Pro, we're getting to that. Let's just focus on the training first, guys, okay?
Yeah.
Focus on the training first.
Yeah. I'm gonna wrap it up. I just I want to make sure people understand that this is the foundation. Targeting is everything. Everything else is just building on top of that.
And one of the things I just want to say, to build on one of the things that you're saying, is that what people have to understand is when you're building this organic traffic, right? It doesn't work right away. It's not like a quick thing. It happens overnight, because you still have to build that know, like, and trust factor. But one of the things, Rodney, that I love about the organic traffic is that when you build it up and you take the time to build it up over a few months, 6 months, a year, when those people actually decide to purchase from you, they spend big bucks.
Oh yeah.
Those are the ones that spend the big money, because they've already watched you over the months. They've watched you over the years. So it's not hard for them to put up $500, $1,000 to get into an opportunity. And not only that, when you have that happen and you're building up this organic traffic, you can then, like you said, collab with people, which is one of the things that I've done within SSM. I've collabed with other marketers. Somebody said, where do you find top affiliate marketers, right? So if you could touch on that. But it's really not even about them all being top affiliate marketers. You just need people that are in the affiliate marketing space.
Exactly.
Targeted traffic doesn't have to be top earners. They're anyone who's looking to make money from home. So if you could touch on that, where do you go to find the people to bring to your page, whether it's your Facebook group or it's your personal page? Where do you go to get those people?
Okay, so like I said, when I put this company together last year, I did a variety of different tactics to just really research this space. So if I'm, in an affiliate marketing program, I might do something like go to YouTube, type in affiliate marketing, and let me filter and find channels that are solely about affiliate marketing. Okay, so Deadbeat Super Affiliate. Let me right click and open this guy. And remember, you can do this for literally any niche, right? So, okay, so your number one source for fresh affiliate marketing, world's laziest online super affiliate. So if this guy, his bread and butter is nothing but affiliate marketing stuff, I know that the people who are subscribed to him know that, and I know that they're interested in it. So I might then go try to track him down on Facebook. Super affiliate marketing, Deadbeat. Let's see, affiliate marketing while you snooze. Okay, so these are not his groups, but these are similar. Is this his group? Yeah, that's him right there, right? Let me go ahead and open that up. So this is just off the cuff, right? You can do this with, tons and tons of different, results that you find. Go look these people up on Facebook. So join the deadbeat. Yeah. So this is his group.
And
So
Rodney, one of the things that I do that
Yeah.
I've learned that's good too is if you go into the search engine and you click on groups,
mhm,
go into your search engine, click on groups, and just type in affiliate marketing, affiliate marketers. You just type in, if you Google top affiliate marketing earners, right?
mhm,
It'll bring up Eric Ward. It brings up all of the Ray Higgins.
exactly.
It brings up all of them. So now once you type their information in Google, copy and paste them into Facebook and just go and find them.
Yep.
That's all you have to do. One of the things that I did is and one of the things that Rodney touched on that's a really good idea. I joined Rank Makers. Okay. Rank Makers is by Ray Higgins. They have thousands of people in that group. So once I paid my one-time fee, I can now go in there and bring those people back to my Facebook page. Or I can go in and put up a comment and I can engage in that Facebook group and have people respond to get more traffic to me. So it's
Exactly.
the same thing. Sometimes you have to pay depending on how elite the group is or who the owner of the group is, but sometimes it's worth it because that's where you're going to get your organic targeted traffic from. So
Exactly.
when I started out in the beginning, I wasn't paying, I was getting into a lot of public groups, but as I became more interested in what was in the private groups and the ones that you had to pay to get in, I noticed that that's where a lot of the bread and butter was at. So places like the Power Lead System, ClickFunnels, any of the opportunities out there, My Lead System Pro. Okay, there's hundreds, guys, of different groups out there that have people in them that's interested in what you do. You just have to take your time and find them. And
Yep.
that may mean a little bit of legwork, whether it's on Google, on Facebook, or on YouTube. But once you find them, you go in and you can target those people and bring them to your page. And that's basically it's a rinse and repeat process.
Exactly. And I'm gonna tell you a pro tip too that most people don't know. They did a study a couple of years ago with podcast listeners, and I think it was a group of affiliate or internet marketers. They segmented their customer list, and they looked at the people who spent the most money, and it was people who consume video and audio versus any other platforms. Because you have to think about it. People who listen to podcasts, they're driving to work or they're at the gym. They're really focusing in, and they're learning versus, someone who just goes to a page and likes it and comments and stuff like that. So you have to, and that's one of the reasons I like going to YouTube as a search engine, which I forgot to mention, is because people who watch videos, they consume more information, and they tend to take it more serious and they have a better understanding. And that's what I'm looking for in my prospects. I want people to have understanding, training, people who are already prepped for what I have. Yeah. So, so this is perfect example.
That makes a lot of sense.
Mhm.
And just to reflect on that, that's when you're targeting down the niche. Like, so, right, you have affiliate marketers, and then you have a certain type of affiliate marketer that you're looking for, right? And we can go to a public page where you just have people from everywhere that's looking for a little bit of this, that, and the third, right? And then, like you said, you can get it targeted down to people who are really visual learners that are into affiliate marketing, people who are paid members. So we know that they spend money, because if they're in a paid group and they had to pay to get in there, they're more likely to buy another product because they like paid information. So
Exactly.
would you be more excited about getting into a public group that isn't paid, or getting into a targeted paid group where there are people that are in there had to spend money to be there? That's the difference. So again, targeting down that niche a little bit more so that you can have more quality people on your page that are your friends. And that's what it all boils down to.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go back to the slide. Last remark on this before I go to the slide is when you run into people that say, is this a scam? Is this a pyramid scheme? Or you can't make money online? When you run into those people, it's because of the targeting. It's not really because of your sales skills or anything like that. Like I said, you can be the best salesperson in the world, but if you got the wrong prospects, you're not going to close them, or you're going to get a headache in the process. So, like I said, I target people who are already past that point. I don't want to do any convincing, blah, blah, blah. All right. So let me get back to the slides. I think that was the last point I made. Yep. So like I said, either wrong fish or wrong bait. You got to get both of those congruent, get both of those correct, and you're good.